Throughout human history, some inventions have completely changed the direction of civilization. Electricity transformed the way we lived. The internet transformed the way we connected. And now, another revolution is beginning. But this time, the technology changing the world is almost impossible to see. It is smaller than a coin. It can fit inside the palm of your hand. Yet this tiny piece of technology has become one of the most valuable and important creations in human history. The semiconductor. These microscopic chips are the foundation behind almost every advanced technology we use today. Your smartphone, your computer, electric vehicles, medical equipment, military systems, and now, artificial intelligence. Without advanced chips, the AI revolution that is transforming the world would not exist. But something unexpected is happening. These small pieces of technology have become the center of a global competition. Companies are investing hundreds of billions of dollars. Countries are fighting for technological independence. And the future of artificial intelligence may depend on who controls the most advanced chips. This is not a battle over oil. It is not a battle over gold. It is a battle over something much smaller. A battle for the future of intelligence itself. For decades, most people never thought about the technology inside their devices. They saw the final product. A smartphone. A laptop. A powerful computer. But behind every screen, every application, and every digital experience, there is a complex world of engineering. A world built on billions of microscopic switches working together. These switches are called transistors. And inside modern chips, there can be billions of them. The ability to create smaller and more powerful chips became one of the greatest technological challenges in history. Engineers around the world spent decades trying to answer one question. How can we make computers faster, smaller, and more efficient? This race created the modern digital age. For many years, the progress of technology followed a simple idea. Smaller chips. More power. Better performance. This concept became known as Moore's Law. The idea was that the number of transistors inside a chip would continue increasing, allowing computers to become faster and more capable over time. And for decades, this prediction became reality. Computers became smaller. Technology became part of almost every aspect of human life. But then, a new challenge appeared. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence requires something different from traditional computer programs. It does not only follow instructions. It learns from enormous amounts of information. It analyzes images. It understands language. It recognizes patterns. And to do this, AI systems need an incredible amount of computing power. The world needed a new type of engine. And one company had been preparing for this moment years before anyone realized what was coming. That company was NVIDIA. In the beginning, NVIDIA was not created to change the future of artificial intelligence. It was created to improve video games. Founded in 1993, NVIDIA focused on developing graphics processing units, also known as GPUs. At the time, these chips were mainly used to create better images, smoother animations, and more realistic gaming experiences. Most people saw them as entertainment technology. But inside these graphics processors was a powerful ability. The ability to perform many calculations at the same time. And that ability would become extremely valuable. Traditional computer processors, known as CPUs, are excellent at completing individual tasks quickly. But artificial intelligence requires something different. It needs to process enormous amounts of information simultaneously. This is where GPUs became revolutionary. The same technology that helped create realistic digital worlds could also help machines understand the real world. NVIDIA realized that its technology could have applications far beyond gaming. And while many companies were focused on the present, NVIDIA was preparing for the future. Years later, when artificial intelligence began accelerating, the demand for powerful chips exploded. Companies building advanced AI systems needed enormous computing capacity. They needed thousands of powerful processors working together. And suddenly, NVIDIA's technology became one of the most important resources in the world. Companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, and others began investing heavily in AI infrastructure. Behind many of the world's most advanced artificial intelligence systems was the same fundamental technology: advanced chips. NVIDIA's success was not only about creating a powerful product. It was about understanding where technology was going before everyone else. The company had built the foundation for a future where artificial intelligence would become one of the most important technologies on Earth. But creating the design of a powerful chip is only one part of the story. Because even the most advanced chip design is useless without one crucial thing. Someone has to manufacture it. And this is where another company enters the story. A company that most people had never heard of. A company located on an island that would become one of the most important places in the entire technology industry. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Known as TSMC. The story of modern technology is not only about the companies that design the most advanced products. It is also about the companies that have the ability to build them. And when it comes to the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing, one company stands above almost all others. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. TSMC. Founded in 1987, TSMC created a completely different business model. Instead of designing its own consumer products, the company focused on manufacturing chips for other companies. This may sound simple, but in reality, it became one of the most difficult technological challenges in the world. Building advanced semiconductors requires extreme precision. A modern chip contains billions of transistors, each one incredibly small. The manufacturing process requires machines capable of operating at almost unimaginable levels of accuracy. A tiny mistake, even smaller than a human hair, can damage an entire chip. Inside TSMC's factories, engineers work in highly controlled environments known as clean rooms. The air is filtered constantly. Workers wear specialized protective clothing. Temperature, humidity, and even tiny particles are carefully controlled. Because at this level of technology, invisible contamination can destroy a product worth millions of dollars. These factories are not just buildings. They are some of the most advanced technological environments ever created by humanity. But manufacturing these chips requires more than just factories. It requires a global network of specialized companies. One of the most important is ASML, a company based in the Netherlands. ASML produces machines called extreme ultraviolet lithography systems, or EUV machines. These machines use advanced technology to create incredibly small patterns on semiconductor wafers. Without them, producing the most advanced chips in the world would be nearly impossible. A single machine can cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And only a few companies and countries have access to this technology. This reveals something important about the semiconductor industry. The most advanced chips are not created by one company alone. They are the result of a global technological ecosystem. A network connecting design companies like NVIDIA, manufacturers like TSMC, and countries competing for technological leadership. But this technological ecosystem created a new type of global competition. Because chips are no longer just commercial products. They have become strategic resources. And that is where the story becomes much bigger. For decades, countries competed for natural resources. Oil, gas, minerals. But in the 21st century, one of the most valuable resources may be computing power. Advanced chips determine who can build better artificial intelligence systems, who can develop more advanced military technology, who can create the next generation of industries. And this has created a silent technological battle between some of the world's most powerful nations, the United States and China. The United States has historically been one of the leaders in semiconductor design and technology. Many of the world's largest technology companies are American. Companies like NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, and Google depend on advanced chips to build their products and services. But much of the world's most advanced chip manufacturing happens in Taiwan. And Taiwan's position has made it one of the most strategically important places in the world. The goal is clear. Reduce dependence on foreign technology. Become more independent. And compete in the race for artificial intelligence. Because the country that leads in advanced chips could gain a major advantage in the future economy. The semiconductor industry reveals something important about the future. The technologies that will change humanity may not always be the ones we can see. They may be hidden inside machines, inside data centers, inside devices that we use every day without thinking about them. And at the center of many of these transformations will be the same foundation: advanced computing power. Artificial intelligence is entering a new era. For decades, computers followed instructions created by humans. But modern AI systems can analyze information, recognize patterns, generate ideas, and assist with complex decisions. The possibilities are enormous. AI could accelerate scientific discoveries. It could help researchers develop new medicines. It could improve transportation. It could transform education. And it could change the way millions of people work. But behind every advanced AI system, there is one essential requirement: more powerful chips. The future of robotics will also depend on this technology. For decades, robots existed mainly inside factories. They performed repetitive tasks in controlled environments. But with the development of artificial intelligence, robots are becoming more capable. They can understand their surroundings. They can learn from experience. They can interact with humans. And as computing power continues to increase, the line between machines and intelligent systems may become increasingly blurred. Autonomous vehicles represent another example. A self-driving car is not simply a vehicle. It is a powerful computer moving through the real world. It needs to process information from cameras, sensors, and maps in real time. Every second, it must make decisions based on millions of pieces of information. And once again, advanced chips make this possible. But this technological transformation also raises important questions. Who will control these technologies? Who will benefit from them? And how will society adapt to a world where machines become increasingly intelligent? Technology itself is not good or bad. The impact depends on how humanity chooses to use it. Throughout history, the greatest technological revolutions have created both opportunities and challenges. The Industrial Revolution changed production. The Internet changed communication. Artificial intelligence may change intelligence itself. And behind this revolution is a small piece of technology that most people rarely think about: the chip. A few decades ago, few people could imagine that something invisible and microscopic would become one of the most valuable resources on Earth. But today, the semiconductor industry sits at the center of the global economy. It connects companies. It influences nations. And it shapes the future. The next generation of technology will not be created by a single invention. It will be created by millions of components working together. By engineers designing the impossible. By companies taking risks. And by the tiny chips that make intelligence possible. The future is being built right now. Inside laboratories. Inside factories. Inside the computers that are changing the world. And the people who understand these technologies will have a better chance of understanding where humanity is heading. This was the first story from Nexus_AI, a place where we explore the technologies, companies, and ideas shaping tomorrow. Because the future does not arrive suddenly. It is built piece by piece. And sometimes, the smallest pieces create the biggest changes. The future starts now.